Actually turned into.
It is girls softball time here from West Aurora as the Blackhawks play host to the Oswego Panthers. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome alongside my partner, Jesus Mauricio. My name is Aaron Challen, and the Blackhawks look for their second win in a row as they play host to the Panthers. Blackhawks offense was out in full force yesterday against West Chicago, a 9-5 victory where the Blackhawks banged out 17 hits in the 9-5 victory. 3 hits each for Mia Malchak and Ionica Rivera. Riley Mont added a couple for the Blackhawks. So Panthers come into action today with a record of 7-3. They are 1-1 in the SPC Western Conference, while the Blackhawks come in with a 4-5 mark. 0-2 in the conference. Blackhawks have had 12 games postponed already this year, Jesus. So it's really hard to build any sort of real momentum when you're playing, one game a week or one game every, 2 games every 10 days or something. So Blackhawks have a lot of games coming up here over the next few days. I believe Coach Orman told me pregame that they're playing 5 out of the next 6 days or something like that. So hopefully an opportunity for them to build that momentum here. And we are about ready to go. Alyssa Perkins on the mound for the Blackhawks today. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. Alyssa last pitched on, I guess that was last Tuesday. It was in that 11-5 loss to Oswego East. She came in and pitched 4 and a third shutout innings of relief, giving her team a chance to get back into the game, but really nice relief performance from Alyssa in that one. That pitch is over for a strike, 2-1. Starting lineup for the Panthers here this afternoon. Marissa Moffitt will bat leadoff and play center field. Zoe Precup bats second and is the pitcher today. Corin Kennedy bats third and is the catcher. That one's popped up, and that one should spin foul. It does, 2-2. Gabriela Garza, the cleanup hitter, batting fourth and playing third base. Madison Smith over at first base bats fifth. Samantha Warland will bat sixth and play right field. Olivia Berlin bats seventh and plays second. Madeline Hernandez bats eighth and is the shortstop. Here comes the 2-2 off speed pitch. And we saw her do that a lot in the game last week, where she would get ahead in the count and then she would throw that breaking pitch and fool those hitters. She tried it there on the 2-2 pitch. Count goes full. That one's fouled straight back. And the number 9 hitter for Oswego is the left fielder, Kayla Maruna. So Moffitt, Precup, Kennedy, Garza, Smith, Moreland, Berlin, Hernandez, Maruna facing Alyssa Perkins. And after this 3-2 pitch, we'll give you the Blackhawks starting defense. Looks a little different here this afternoon. 3-2 pitches upstairs for a ball, and Moffitt draws a leadoff walk here in the first. So the Blackhawks defense on the infield, third to first. Sarah Archer at third. Sarah Tarr at short. Kira Hayton over at second. And Riley Mont making her first ever start at first base here this afternoon. Outfield left to right. Kylie Blaha in left field. Mia Malchak in center. And Caitlin Seraphin out in right field. Behind the plate is Deani Rivera catching Alyssa Perkins. Zoe Precup ahead in the count here, 1-0. That ball's grounded to the shortstop. Steps on the bag there, throw over to first. And Precup is in safely as Tar gets the lead runner out at second base on the 6 unassisted. Precup goes down to first. 1 out now for Oswego, top of the first inning. And the catcher, Corin Kennedy, will step in. So nice job by Sarah Tar there at shortstop to at least get the one. And a tough first opportunity down at first base for Riley Mont. She had to field a short hop throw from Tar. Riley kept it in front of her, though, which is what you're taught to do as a first baseman. Knock that ball down. Don't let it get past you.
Yeah, Aaron, I think it's really important that they got the lead runner out of all runners, too.
Yep. Still have that double play set up on a ground ball to one of the middle infielders. 0-1. The count on Kennedy. Perkins is set. That one's grounded to Tar at short, flip to second, and that's all they will get there. So an almost identical play, except this time Tar flips over to Hayton at first base. So Now 2 outs, runner at first as Corin Kennedy replaces Zoe Precup at first, who replaced Marissa Moffitt, who was there with a 1 out with a no out walk. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Abriella Garza. She takes that pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Blackhawks really powerful defensively up the middle.
Pitches upstairs, throw down to second, and in there safely is Kennedy with the stolen base. And I think it's critical here, Jesus, for West to not get down early in the game we did last week. It was 11-0 before you could even blink. And that really made it tough on West to get back into it. They did battle to the end. They ended up losing that one 11-5. But when you get down by that much early in the game, it makes it really, really hard to play your style of offense. So count is 1-2 on Garza. So Perkins is 1 strike away from getting out of this first inning with no runs. That pitch just misses for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, thankfully it's a brand new day, brand new ball game, and West Aurora is fully competitive today.
It's one of the great things about baseball is that they play almost every day. So you have a bad day today, you get right back at it tomorrow. Allen's hit into center field for a base hit, hitting third and coming around. Throw is cut off by Perkins. And Kennedy will score. Throw down to second. And Garza is out there. So Garza does get the RBI single. Driving in Kennedy. Gets tagged out at second, trying to advance to second on that single. So we head to the bottom of the first. Oswego 1, Blackhawks coming up. Bottom of the first inning, Blackhawks find themselves in a 1-0 hole. And here is how their lineup will stack up this afternoon. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop, Sarah Tarr. Sarah very busy in that first inning with a couple of putouts, a couple of assists and a putout. She had a couple of groundouts hit at her. Batting second, playing first base today, Riley Mont. Batting third, the third baseman, Sarah Archer. In the cleanup spot is today's starting pitcher, Alyssa Perkins. Deani Rivera bats fifth and is the catcher. Ionica Rivera is the designated player today, batting sixth. Mia Malchek will bat seventh and play center. Caitlin Serafin plays right field and bats eighth. And Kira Hayton is the number 9 hitter at second against today's starting pitcher for Oswego, Zoe Precup. So leading off, Sarah Tarr, a West shortstop. First pitch to Tarr is outside for a ball. And this is a makeup of a game that was supposed to be played yesterday. Thankfully, we didn't play that game yesterday. It was just an absolutely miserable day outside. A little bit nicer here today, 50 degrees, mostly sunny. That pitch is in there for a strike to Tarr, 1-1. It's probably the nicest weather we've had so far this year to call either a West baseball or softball game. So it's nice to stand here in the sun a little bit and watch some baseball for a change. Pitches outside to Sarah for a ball, 2-1 on the West leadoff hitter.
Yeah, no kidding, Aaron. Today's really a treat, and I think even the White Sox canceled their home game yesterday. So if that tells you anything,
Yep, absolutely. It was a miserable, miserable day in the Chicagoland area. Woke up with snow on the ground. Tar hits that one to left. That's going to get down for a lead-off single. So Sarah gets into that one and deposits it into left for a single here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up today's first baseman, Riley Mont. This is her high school debut at first base for Riley, as the Blackhawks are without Callie Meinl here this afternoon. So Riley gets the start at first. That pitch is outside for a ball.
Aaron, you spoke a little bit about West Aurora having to step up in terms of the JV team, bringing up some spots on this varsity squad.
That's something that's actually going to I was talking to Coach Ormond before the game, and that's something that's probably going to have to happen here over the coming days, as West has a lot of games to make up, and they have some players that do some other things and will be unavailable. That pitch is in there to Riley for a strike. So, yeah, it's an opportunity for the youngsters, the underclassmen, the JV players to come up and get a taste of varsity here. And that's never a bad thing. You give them a little bit of taste of what it's like. It's a faster speed, higher quality of play, and it prepares them for the future as Riley takes that one upstairs for a ball. 3-1. Mont ahead in the count here, 3-1. Bottom of the first inning. Riley hits that one to short, fielded on one hop, onto second, over to first, and Riley is in there safely on the fielder's choice. So Mont hit that one on the button, but it was one hopped nicely by Madeline Hernandez down at short. Over to second to retire Tar there. Riley replaces her at first. Oswego's defense, third to first. Aubriella Garza at third. Madeline Hernandez at short. Olivia Berlin at second. And Madison Smith over at first. Left outfield, left to right, Caleb Maruna in left, Marissa Moffitt in center, Samantha Warland in right, and Corin Kennedy does the catching for Zoe Precup, who pitches to Sarah Archer here and is ahead in the count, 0-1. That one's upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Blackhawks looking to even this one up in the bottom of the first. They gave up a run in the top of the inning. Leadoff walk followed by a couple of, as that one's hit to the third baseman, and Riley is going to be doubled off of second base. Nicely done by Garza. Nice accurate throw across the diamond for the double play. That will retire the side. We head to the second. Blackhawks trail 1-0. Top of the second inning, 5-6-7 will bat for Oswego here against Alyssa Perkins. That's Madison Smith, Samantha Warland, Olivia Berlin. Oswego with a 1-0 lead on a RBI single by Aubriella Garza in that first inning, driving home Corin Kennedy. Blackhawks got their lead runner on. Riley Mont was doubled off of first to end the first inning. First pitch is over for a strike to Smith. That one's upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Madison Smith, the first baseman today for the Panthers. Come in 7-3 on the year. That one's hit in the air over to the right. And that one, you can see that having trouble out in right field with it is Caitlin Seraphin. You can see that sun gave her problems as she came charging in on it and sort of veered off to the right and that ball lands in right field for a leadoff single for Madison Smith. And that right field is the sun field here for both the softball and the baseball fields, as that sun sets directly into the eyes of the outfielder. Squares to bunt. And you can see out in right field, Caitlin is still holding that glove up as she positions herself defensively, holds that glove up over her eyes to try to shield that sun. So unfortunate low line drive. 1-0 is the count on Worland. That one's bunted foul, 1-1.
I'll be honest, Aaron, I have some pretty sensitive eyes myself, and I'm squinting out here.
I mean, it's not a very bright sun right now. It's being obscured a little bit by the clouds, but if you're trying to catch a low line drive that's hit right into that sun, it can be hard. And she had a difficult time seeing it there. That one's fouled straight back, 1-2. So Perkins going to have to bear down here a little bit as she's allowed the lead runner to reach base here in the second inning. 1-2. There's that changeup, just misses, and that is Alyssa's go-to pitch when she's looking for that strikeout. Is that slower pitch, if you will, changeup, off-speed pitch, whatever you want to call it. But that is her strikeout pitch. Goes high with the fastball that gets away from Rivera, and down to second goes Madison Smith on the wild pitch. So a runner at second now, nobody out. Count goes full on Samantha Worland.
Yeah, you could tell on the pitch before that Perkins wanted that when she was kind of smiling.
It was close. Yeah, that one's grounded to third, fielded there over to first. One out, and Madison Smith stayed at second base. So nicely done by Sarah Archer to look that runner back. Madison Smith, keeper at second, and make a throw over to Riley Mont. One away here in the second. Olivia Berlin, second baseman, stepping in now for the Panthers. One out, runner at second, 1-0. Top of the second, Blackhawks trailing. That one is right there for a strike. West is looking to even their record at 5-5, 4-5 on the season, coming off of a 9-5 victory yesterday over West Chicago. That pitch is at the knees for a strike. It's a low strike zone, it looks like, from the home plate umpires. That last batter took that off-speed pitch. Looked like it was a good pitch right at the waist, called the ball. That one looked a little low. That one's grounded back to Perkins. Looks the runner back to second. Throws over to first. Into third, Riley. Oh! That looked like Riley made a nice throw to Sarah Archer over at third. But Madison Smith will head to third on that ground out. So nice job by Alyssa to field her position. And Riley made a good throw over to third there. It looked like the runner, Madison Smith, was out, but got under the tag. Now 2 outs now, runner at third, and Madeline Hernandez stepping in. That one's low for a ball. It's a very similar situation to the first. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. See if Alyssa can get out of this one with her team down 1-0. 1-0 is the count on Hernandez. That one's hit into right field. That's going to get down for a hit. And that does bring in that runner from third. So again, a little 2-out magic here for Oswego. Gives them a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning.
If you're Perkins, you're hoping that hit won't cost the team too much, but I mean, there's only so much you can do.
Pitch is over for a strike to Kayla Naruna, 0-1. Yeah, and those are the tough ones. When you get that second out, giving out those 2-out hits is tough. That can eat at you a little bit if you're a pitcher. But hopefully, bottom of the second, West offense will get started here a little bit. Naruna down in the count, 0-2. There's that off-speed pitch again. Misses low with it, 1-2.
Oswego really aggressive on the base paths.
They're taking some pretty hefty leads out there at first base. Right now, Madeline Hernandez, that one's grounded over to Riley Mon over at first. Riley steps on the bag, and that will retire the side, but not before the Panthers pick up another run. We head to the bottom of the second with the Blackhawks trailing 2-1, 2-0. Middle of the Blackhawks order, stepping up here in the bottom of the second, Alyssa Perkins, Deani Rivera, and Ionica Rivera will face the lefty, Zoe Precup, who gave up a leadoff single, but was able to wiggle out of that, getting Sarah Archer to line into a 5-3 double play. So Alyssa Perkins steps in now. Check swing, balls low, 1-0. It's fouled at the plate, 1-1. Zoe Precup, the lefty, count 1-1 on the cleanup hitter, Alyssa Perkins. Off-speed pitch catches the corner for a strike. So Alyssa getting a taste of her own medicine here with a little off-speed action there. Wasn't ready for that one. Caught the outside corner. She's behind in the count here, 1-2. That one's outside for a ball. So Alyssa works the count 2-2.
You can tell Perkins really eager to help out her own cause here.
Yeah, she's got that itchy trigger finger. Like
Yeah.
you can see that she wants to pull that trigger there. So hopefully she can get something to drive here. She grounds that one over to the right side, fielded cleanly on to first. First out here in the second inning. A ground out to Olivia Berlin, and that will bring up the catcher, Deani Rivera. Ionica Rivera stands in the on-deck circle. Pitches upstairs. That one's low for a ball. So Rivera heading the count here, 2-0. Blackhawks looking to get back into this one. They gave up a run in the first, run in the second, both with 2 outs. They trail 2-0 here, bottom 2. Pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1 now.
Really patient approach there on that last pitch.
Yeah, Blackhawks have shown some patience here early on. Hasn't translated any runs early on, but last at bat by Perkins, she saw 6 pitches. That one's hit to the second baseman, and the catch is made over there by Berlin. 2 away here in the second. Ionica Rivera steps in now, looking to a little 2-out rally of our own started here in the second. Oswego scored a run in the first and a run in the second, both with 2 outs. Blackhawks looking to do a little 2-out work of their own in the second against Zoe Precup. That one's grounded to the left side, fielded by the shortstop. And that will retire the side. Blackhawks go down 1-2-3. We head to the third. Blackhawks trail 2-0. Today's West Aurora softball matchup is brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. Our next broadcast is supposed to be tomorrow right here at 4:30 in the afternoon. I am not optimistic that game will get played. That is our next scheduled game. Weather permitting. Keep an eye out on our Twitter page as that pitch is hit out to right field. It's going to drop in front of Seraphin for another leadoff hit here. So 3 straight innings. Oswego has had the lead runner on. Keep an eye on our Twitter pages for updates of our upcoming schedule. Our next game, like I said, supposed to be tomorrow. We have a couple of games scheduled next week. I believe a softball. I think we have a soccer matchup scheduled for next week. That one's grounded past the diving third baseman Archer into left field. So 2 pitches here in the third and a couple of singles for Oswego gives them runners at first and second. Nobody out. So I think we have a soccer game, a softball game, and a baseball game next week. But keep an eye on our schedule for updated information regarding West Aurora Athletics. We have a pinch runner over at first as Zoe Precup to the bench after the at-bat. That pitch is down to third. Archer has it, steps on the bag there, gets the lead runner. Heady play by Sarah to at least get that lead runner out and keep the double play in order on a hard ground ball. So nice play by Archer at third. Runner still at first and second, now with 1 out for Aubriella Garza, who singled and drove in a run in the first and then was thrown out at second, trying to advance to second. She pops that one to Mont. Riley not able to make the diving play, has nowhere to go with it, and that will be an infield single. Nothing Riley could do about that one. She gave that her all, diving to her right, came up just short. So bases loaded now. 1 out for Oswego, and Madison Smith steps in. That is the 6th hit of the game for Oswego here. Smith singled and scored last inning. Checks that one foul. Really need that strikeout right here, or a pop-up on the infield, or a ground ball at either Kira Hayton or Sarah Tarr on the middle infield. Try to turn 2 and get out of this one. Pitches upstairs for a ball.
Yeah, and out of any sort, because if I'm Perkins, I'm looking to slow down this offense. The Panthers are just jumping on the Blackhawks right now.
They're not hitting her particularly hard, though. Most of the hits have been either of the infield variety or ground ball hits through the infield. I don't think there's been a really hard hit ball off of Alyssa Perkins here through 2 1/3 inning. They're just finding the holes.
Yeah.
1 and 2. Pitch is low, blocked nicely behind the plate by Rivera. 2 and 2. This is where we need Alyssa to bust out that off-speed pitch and try to get a called strike 3.
The old cement mixer.
See what she's got up her sleeve here on the 2-2. Nope, comes in with the hard one, and that one's low. The count goes full.
Smith doing a really good job just waiting on her pitch.
Yeah, she's looking for something, and she hasn't gotten it so far. 3 and 2. Strong on and missed. Huge strikeout for Alyssa Perkins there. That is her first strikeout of the game. All the runners stay right where they are. And that will bring up now the right fielder, Samantha Warland. She grounded out to third her first time up. So once again, Alyssa Perkins, that one's hit high in the air out to center field. Malchek settles underneath it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Alyssa able to battle out of this one and gets us to the bottom of the third with the Blackhawks trailing 2-0. Blackhawks offense looking to get going here as Zoe Prekup has shut them down through 2 innings, and Prekup's offense has given her a couple of runs. Panthers lead this one 2-0. Bottom of the third. Nicely done by Alyssa Perkins in the top of the inning to work out of a bases loaded 1-out jam. And in the third here, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for West. First batter up is Mia Malchek. She made that catch to end the second inning. She will lead off here in the third. She'll be followed by Caitlin Seraphin and Kira Hayton. And then if anybody reaches the leadoff hitter, Sarah Tarr would get a chance here in the third against Prekup. That one's in the dirt. 1, 2, and 1 on Malchek. No, 1 and 1. Check that. They updated the scoreboard really quickly.
Isn't softball beautiful like that, Aaron? When you
Yeah.
make the play like that and then you lead off the inning
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Big out by Malchek out in center to end that third inning. That pitch is upstairs to Mia for a ball 2 and wait, they call that a strike? I think they called that a strike. That looked upstairs. 1 and 2. I thought that was well upstairs,
Yeah, wow.
but they called that one a strike. Here comes the 1-2. Mia swings over the top of that one. She goes down swinging. First strikeout of the game for Prekup, first out of the inning. And Caitlin Seraphin will step in. The number 8 hitter playing right field today. Mia homered in that game we did last week.
Yeah.
That home run to left, so she's got some pop in the bat. Seraphin takes that pitch over for a strike, 0-1.
Even without the win that day, I feel like that still would have got out.
Yep. Yeah, she hit that ball a ton. That 11-5 loss to one of the playing fields. That one's hit on the line out to right. That's going to get past the right fielder. Warland hitting first and pulling into second. She's coming into third. Here comes the throw. Seraphin is in, and she is out at third. So nice, accurate throw. Hit the cutoff man. The 9-4-5 put out at third on Seraphin, second out of the inning. And you can see Caitlin, she sort of slowed up a little bit around second base, and I think that cost her there. I'm not sure if she thought she should have hit second, but you're trained to go hard until your base coach tells you not to. She slowed up just enough around second base to allow that relay to get her at third for the second out of the inning. So Kira Hayton steps in now with 2 outs and nobody on. The Blackhawks trail 2-0.
Yeah, you got to wonder if she would have hustled straight out the box, if she would have made it safe to third. But
yeah, I don't think it's a matter of hustle per se as Hayton swings over the top of that one and misses. But I think she was planning on stopping at second, looked at her third base coach and sort of had to turn the jets on again.
Bit of a misread,
and that slowed her up just enough. She was out by a step at third. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1 and 2 on Kira Hayton. So the second hit of the game for the Blackhawks, a double by Caitlin Seraphin. She's thrown out at third base. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch is in the dirt, 2 and 2. It's always tough to make an out at third base like that on the bases. It's never feels great.
Yeah, when you come up short on the gamble.
There's a breaking pitch, just misses for a ball, 3 and 2.
Sometimes it's the jump start that you need offensively, though.
Yeah, I mean, the triple's the most exciting play in baseball, too. I would argue that it's more exciting than a home run.
I'd say so, yeah.
That one's hit out to left. That's going to be caught there by Maruna, and that will retire the side. So the Blackhawks get a hit, but they do go down in order. We head to the fourth. West trails 2-0. Top of the fourth inning. Liz Perkins has given up 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. He's given up a couple of 2-out singles, which has allowed the Panthers to take that 2-0 lead. Last inning, she loaded the bases with 1 out and was able to work out of that one without giving up a run. So maybe that's sort of the oomph she needs, is that one's grounded to third, fielded by Archer. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the fourth. Maybe that's sort of the oomph that she needs to get through the next 3+ innings without getting herself into any trouble here, as that's 3 in a row retired now for Alyssa.
And getting a quick out like that definitely helps.
Sure, keeps that pitch count low at 100%. Hernandez steps in now. Madeline with a 2-out single in that second inning. Off-speed pitch upstairs for a ball. West will have the top of the order up in the fourth as they look to get the offense moving here a little bit. That pitch is right there for a strike. Scored 9 runs on 17 hits yesterday against West Chicago. We're through 3. West has only mustered a couple of hits here against Pre-Cup. Off-speed pitch fouled at the plate, 1 and 2.
Sounds like batting practice there. A big tally of hits.
Yeah. Offense was cooking for sure yesterday. Monday, excuse me. Not yesterday. Yesterday we were supposed to be right here. That one's grounded to second, Hayton over to first. 2 away. So it's 4 in a row now retired by Perkins, who seems to have settled into a bit of a groove here.
I like this theme for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, she's keeping the ball down, getting those ground balls to the infielders, and those sure-handed infielders making accurate throws over to Riley Mon over at first base. Pitch misses in for a ball. That one's grounded up the middle for a base hit. Splits the middle infielders, and Maruna has a 2-out single out of the number 9 hole. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Marissa Moffitt. She's reached twice. She walked in the first, singled in the third. Both times she was erased on fielder's choice ground balls. See what you can do here with 2 outs and a runner at first in the fourth. Grounded to third. Archer has it. Another strong throw over to first, and that is a quick inning for Alyssa Perkins as she gives up just the 2-out single. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Blackhawks still trail 2-0. In a rapidly moving game, we head to the bottom of the fourth. 35 minutes to play 3.5 innings here so far, Jesus. Game started at 4:30. It's 5:05. 35 minutes to play 3.5 innings. Blackhawks trail 2-0 as they send the top of the order up. Tar hits that one high and deep out to center field. Back and gone! Sarah Tar, first pitch swinging, sends that one over the center field fence, and the Blackhawks have cut this lead in half. It is 2-1. And I wish you guys could have heard Jesus and I talking in between innings, because one of the things that I said was this was the inning that the Blackhawks were going to get to Pre-Cup, and they did not waste any time at all. First pitch swinging, West cuts the lead in half.
Is this game like pre-scripted or something? This feels awesome.
I don't know. It was pre-scripted. I wouldn't set it up for the Blackhawks to be trailing going into the fourth. I would make this an easy one for West. At any rate, it's 2-1 now. First baseman today, Riley Mont, steps in. Riley grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. It's 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Oswego. 1-3-0 for the Blackhawks. Riley takes that one low for a ball, 2-0. So in a boys' game last week, I predicted a home run in the last inning. I predicted some runs to be scored by the girls here this afternoon, and here we go. Mont takes that one over for a strike, 2-1.
I think a lottery ticket is in your future.
Yeah, maybe. Here comes the 2-1 to Mont. Upstairs for a ball. Riley's ahead in the count, 3-1. Sarah Archer will step in next as the Blackhawks get a run back on the solo home run to center by Sarah Tarr, leading off the bottom of the fourth here. Riley hits that one on the button down the left field line. It's going to be a single. It's going to get away from the left field to Maruna, and Mont will hold up at first with the Blackhawks' fourth hit of the game, second in a row here in the fourth inning. So there we go. I said Blackhawks were going to get two pre-cop here in the fourth inning, and so far I'm looking prescient. That will bring up the third baseman, Sarah Archer. She lined into a double play to end the first inning. Riley was caught off first base, line out to the third baseman, throw over to first, and Mont was doubled off there.
Aaron, did you pack like a magic globe with you or something?
A magic 8-ball?
Yeah.
Let's see what Sarah can do here. She swings at that first pitch and misses. 0-1. So we're in the bottom of the fourth. Blackhawks trail 2-1. Runs in the first and second for Oswego. Blackhawks picked up one here in the bottom of the fourth. Off-speed pitch is on the corner for a strike, and you can see Archer wanted to pull the trigger there, just not able to. And she's down in the count, 0-2. See if she can stay alive on this 0-2 pitch from Precup. She grounds it to third, throw over to second, on to first, and Mont will be out on the 5-4 putout as Archer reaches on the fielder's choice, and that will bring up today's pitcher, Alyssa Perkins, who's gone 4 so far, giving up 7 hits and those 2 runs, but settled down nicely. Set down 6 of the last 7 Panthers she has faced. Looking for a little one-out work here with a runner at first and Sarah Archer. Alyssa looking to get under one here and help her own cause as that pitch is upstairs for a ball. Another pitch upstairs for a ball, 2-0 on Perkins. And as a pitcher, there's nothing you want to be able to do more than sort of help your own cause at the plate. Obviously, no slouch batting cleanup here for the Blackhawks, but this is when you want to help out your offense here. That pitch gets away, throw down to second, and in at second is Sarah Archer. She reaches on the pass ball. And that was close because she slid and the ball was there. It was dropped by the shortstop, and Sarah wasn't even on the bag when she finished that slide. She came up short of the bag and had to get her foot on the bag after the shortstop had dropped the ball there. So runner in scoring position now with 1 out and a 3-0 count on Perkins. Allen's grounded to the second baseman, on to first for the out. And Archer will go down to third on the 4-3 putout. So the Blackhawks are going to need a little 2-out magic of their own here in the bottom of the fourth as Diani Rivera steps in. Diani popped out to the second baseman in the second inning. So looking to get something on the ground out to the outfield to get Archer home from third and get this thing tied up. See if Diani can deliver. Pitches upstairs. 1-0. A lot of pitches upstairs by Precup here in the fourth. A lot of high pitches.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
I don't know. I'm not sure if, with a baseball pitcher, that pit ball is grounded to the second baseman, and that's going to retire the side. So the Blackhawks do get a run, but they strand a runner at third. We're through 4. West trails 2-1. Top of the fifth inning, Jesus and I having just enthralling conversation in between innings about candy bars. Jesus, not a fan of the Three Musketeer bar.
I don't know how you do it.
I was telling him how I eat my Three Musketeers bars. I eat the chocolate off it first, and then I eat the nougat. I've been eating them that way my whole life. So I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but that's how I eat my Three Musketeers bars, and I'm craving one now. So I may stop on the way home and pick myself up a Three Musketeers bar. Top of the fifth inning, Blackhawks trail 2-1, 2-3-4 batting for Oswego. That is Zoe Precup, Corn Kennedy, and Auriella Garza. Count to Precup is 2-0. So that play at third base where Madison Smith was called safe in the second inning on the throw across the diamond from Riley Mont, looming even bigger now that West was able to get a run back and get this thing within a run. That was the second run of the game. That would have been the third out of the inning. That one's popped up, and that's going to go foul 2-2. That would have been the third out of the inning, but then the next batter, Madeline Hernandez, was able to get Smith home with an RBI single and give the Panthers a 2-0 lead at the time. If Smith had been called out, which from our angle, it looked like she was clearly out, we'd be looking at a 1-1 game here. I'm going to go back once the game's over and take a look. Pop out to left. In on it comes Blaha. She squeezes it for the first out here in the fifth. First time we've called Kylie Blaha's name today. She is kind of the designated fielder out there in left field, not batting today, one away. I'm going to take a look at that play once the game's over, go back and look at it, but it did look like she was Madison Smith pretty clearly out at third base. So one away here in the fifth, and Corn Kennedy steps in. Kennedy doesn't have an official at bat. She's reached on a couple of fielders' choices. She did score the first Panther run in the first on an RBI single by Garza, the next batter to step up. That's 6 out of 7 retired by Alyssa Perkins here. So Alyssa settled down nicely. She got into that jam in the third where she loaded the bases with one out, but was able to work out of that and has pitched really, really well. That one's grounded to Riley Mont over at first. Riley fields it, steps on the bag. So for someone who has never played first base before, she certainly doesn't appear like she's never played first base before. She's got a really good glove down there at first base. She's staying in front of the ball. Again, doing what you're taught to at first base, which is knock the ball down. She was able to pick it up and step on the bag for the second out of the inning. And Garza now is 2-4-2 stepping in. Breaking pitch popped up on the infield. Catch is made there by the second baseman, Hayton, and a quick 1, 2, 3, fifth inning here. That is 8 out of 9 set down by Alyssa Perkins. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, Blackhawks still trail 2-1. New pitcher on the mound here for Oswego as we head to the bottom of the fifth. It is Auriella Garza will come in after Zoe Precup gave Oswego 4 good innings of work, 4 innings, 4 hits. She gave up that 1 home run. She didn't walk anybody. She struck out 1. So the third baseman, Auriella Garza, comes in to pitch. The first baseman, Madison Smith, moves over to third, and Zoe Precup moves to first. That one's hit out to right. First pitch, Samantha Warland puts that one away off the bat of Ionica Rivera. One away here in the fifth, and Mia Malchek steps in. Mia, as we talked about last time, she does have some pop in her bat. She hit a home run to left last week. Another one here would tie this thing up. Blackhawks need a run. First pitch backs her off the plate. 1-0. Mia struck out swinging in the third inning, the only strikeout victim of Zoe Precup. Zoe didn't walk. She pitched really, really well. Jesus, just those 4 hits in the 1 inning. We talked about fatigue, if that was potentially setting in, as Mia bloops that one over the head of the second baseman, and the catch is made out in center field. A sliding catch by Marissa Moffitt for the second out of the inning. I thought that was getting down between the center fielder and the second baseman, but Moffitt had other ideas as she came in and made the headfirst dive for the second out here in the fifth. Caitlin Seraphin up now. She was hit a double to right and was thrown out trying to advance that to a triple. So as I was saying, we talked last inning about potential fatigue from Zoe Precup. She pitches, starting to keep those pitches upstairs. You see she's out here after 4. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Seraphin, the batter. Caitlin takes that pitch upstairs, 1-1. If she reaches Kira Hayton, we get a chance to bat in the 5th against the new pitcher, Aubriella Garza. That was fouled straight back. Garza's got a lot behind those pitches. She's not very tall, but there's a lot coming out of that right arm.
Yeah, I even had to do the kind of the pitching motion to kind of get an idea of where that fatigue could come from.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even tell you. There's just so much motion going on in that shoulder.
That one's upstairs, 2-2.
With the release and all that.
Yep.
I mean, it's completely different from baseball. I mean,
yep, of course. See if Caitlin can keep this inning going here. Count is even at 2. Breaking pitch, not even close. Count goes full. Payoff pitch from Garza to Seraphin. Fouled straight back. Caitlin was on that one, just missed it. Tipped it straight back. Blackhawks trail 2-1. They picked up a run in the bottom of the 4th. A leadoff home run to dead center field off the bat of Sarah Tarr. Got the Blackhawks within a run. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That retires the side. We head to the 6th. West still trails Oswego 2-1. Top of inning number 6, 5-6-7 against Alyssa Perkins. Has gone 5. She's given up 7 hits, but has set down 8 of the last 9. He has faced. Madison Smith steps up. Madison 1 for 2. She singled and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. The only strikeout victim here for Alyssa this afternoon to go along with a walk. So got herself into trouble. Not really, I don't even say trouble. It was a couple of a walk, a stolen base, and a single in the 1st. A couple of singles in the 2nd. As that pitch backs Smith off the plate, 2-1. As she was running up to swing at that one, and the inside pitch caused her to have to back out of the way. So Alyssa's pitched well, giving up 7 singles in this one. They haven't really hit her hard, but they're putting the ball where they ain't, as the saying goes.
Yeah, really doing her job and stepping up for this Blackhawk squad.
Yep. Smith ahead in the count 3-1. Low for a ball, so that will put the lead runner on here in the 6th inning, which is not what you want to do. Your team gets you within a run. Let's put this lead runner on. Samantha Warland steps in. She's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Let's see if she can get a ground ball, one of those middle infielders, and turn a quick double play. She squares to bunt, takes it upstairs.
Right as she threatens it, I was about to say if Oswego can threaten with a bunt right here, that'd be really dangerous.
Yeah, that run, and you can see Riley Mont charging in from first, and Kara Hayton going over to play first, throw in, and Smith is back in safely, 2-0. Okay, they are changing the scoreboard. It said 2-0. They changed it to 1-1. Off-speed pitch outside for a ball. And that pitch has not been working well for Alyssa here as it was last week, is that off-speed pitch really fooled some Plainfield hitters last week. This week, Oswego able to lay off it, 2-1. That one's grounded past the third baseman into left field for a base hit. So the first two batters reach here in the 6th inning. That's the 8th hit of the game for Oswego, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Olivia Berlin. She's grounded out a couple of times. Would love to see another ground out. She grounded out to the pitcher. She grounded out to the third baseman. We have a meeting on the mound here. So 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. And through 5+ innings for today's starter, Alyssa Perkins.
Did her job. I mean, and more, I feel like.
Yeah, she's pitched well. Like I said, she's kind of got herself in and out of trouble. Had that streak in the 3rd and 4th where she set down a bunch of batters in a row in the 5th. She's going to have to work out of a jam here. She's got 2 on, nobody out. And the bottom of the Oswego order, 7, 8, 9, due up now with 2 on and nobody out. Let's see what she does with Berlin here. She squares the bunt, drops it down to third. Perfect bunt. Throw over to first. It gets away from the second baseman, Hayton, in to score. Comes Madison Smith on to third. Goes Samantha Warland, and that went about as bad as you could have wanted if you are the Blackhawks there, as the second baseman, Kara Hayton, that ball got off her glove, rolled down the right field line. Warland goes down the third, Berlin into second, and it is 3-1. Panthers with the lead.
I mean, I was expecting a bunt, but not right there. I mean, a squeeze, that's surprised
Well,
everyone.
it was a perfect bunt by Berlin, and it was a good throw. The throw was a little high and wide, I think, but I think still, if you asked the second baseman, Kara Hayton, she'd probably say that she should have had that one. It's the first error of the game for the Blackhawks. That one's in there for a strike. West now trails 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield has moved in against Madeline Hernandez. That one's grounded to the left of Riley down at first base. Count is 1-1. So I need that strikeout here with 2 in scoring position and nobody out in the 6th. One and 2. Pitch misses up. 2-2. Off-speed pitch outside for a ball. Count goes full.
Aaron, you mentioned that we're at the bottom of the order. Excuse me. I think you'd want to limit the damage now before you get to the top.
Absolutely. You want to get this batter. That one's hit out to center field. Malchek makes the catch. Here's the throw to the plate. And the batter is out at home. Mia Malchek with an absolute P from center field to get Samantha Warland at the dish. And that's what you wanted right there, is the batter is out at the plate, 8-2. Berlin goes over to third. So just like that, 2 outs and a runner on third base. Nicely done by the center fielder, Mia Malchek. got her momentum behind that one and and that wasn't even close as the runner from third, Samantha Worland, as that one's popped up on the infield. Hayton settles underneath it and puts that one away for the out. So a situation where the Blackhawks, I think, are probably happy to only give up one run there. We head to the bottom of the sixth. West trails by 2 again. It's 3-1. Nine, 1, and 2 will bat for West Aurora here in the bottom of the sixth. That's Kira Hayton, Sarah Tarr, and Riley Mont against Abriella Garza, who's coming in for her second inning of work in relief of Zoe Precup. Set the side down in order in the fifth. Hayton 0 for 1. She flew out to left. Her only time up back in the third. Sarah Tarr and Riley Mont will bat after Kira, and if anybody reaches, Sarah Archer get a chance to hit. Bottom of the sixth, Blackhawks trail by 2. That one is outside for a ball, so 2-0 the count on Hayton. See if West can get that run back and more here in the bottom of the sixth as they need 2 to tie. That one's hit to the second baseman. One hop there, throw to first. And just out at first as Kira Hayton. Kira hustled down the line, and that ball was one hopped by Berlin. Was able to get that throw over to first in time to retire Hayton, and that will bring up the leadoff hitter, shortstop today, Sarah Tarr. Sarah 2 for 2. She homered in the fourth, singled in the first, so looking for her third hit this afternoon. That one's in there for a strike. Well played game on both sides. Only one error here so far. That was the last inning by West. Sarah fouls that one at the plate. 0-2. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Oswego. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error for West. Tar grounds that one to the third baseman. 2 away.
Tar, even with the hot bat, looked like she was having a tough time reading the relief pitcher there.
She got head of the bat out ahead of that one, but hit it right to the third baseman, Madison Smith, who didn't even have to move. Riley Mont steps up. Riley 0 for 1. She singled her last time up, reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Riley fouls that one back. 0-1. Blackhawks trail 3-1, bottom of the sixth inning. Single runs in the first, second, and sixth for Oswego. Only run of the game for the Blackhawks off the bat of Sarah Tarr. Home run in the fourth. That one's low for a ball to Mont. 1-1. Starting to cool down a little bit now as the sun has been hidden behind the clouds for about the last 20 minutes. Pitches up and in on Riley, 2-1.
Someone turned the AC on.
Absolutely. You can feel it. Like that breeze is now cold.
Yeah.
Riley hits that one out to right. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Riley makes the turn there. She will stay at first with her second base knock of the game, and that will bring up now Sarah Archer, the third baseman. She's 0 for 1. She lined into a double play in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. So West looking for a little 2-out magic here in the sixth. They trail by 2, but the tying run is at the plate if Sarah can get into one here. In there for a strike.
I feel like that's your spell, Aaron. Once you say 2-out Magic, the Blackhawks just kind of turn into like
Hopefully.
monsters.
Hopefully. That's what we're hoping for here. Some 2-out magic. That one's in there for a strike, and Archer quickly down in the count, 0-2. Alyssa Perkins would bat next if Sarah's able to extend the inning here. 2 outs. Runner at first is Riley Mont. And the off-speed pitch fools Archer. She goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the game in relief for Garza. We head to the 7th. Blackhawks trail 3-1. Top of the 7th inning, new pitcher on the mound for the Blackhawks. It is Hadley Bedwell. She will come on in relief of Alyssa Perkins. Alyssa went 6. She gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. She walked 2, struck out 1, and frankly pitched better with runners on base than she did with the bases empty. She really kind of buckled down when Oswego would get runners on, but the Panthers were able to tag her for 3 runs, 2 earned, and that will bring in Bedwell here in the 7th, and she will face the top of the Oswego lineup, Marissa Moffitt, Zoe Precup, and Corin Kennedy. Alyssa Perkins goes over to first base. Riley Mont goes from first to second. The rest of the lineup is the same. Sarah Tarr at short, Sarah Archer at third. First pitch misses for a ball. That one swung on and missed by Moffitt. 1-1. That one's hit high in the air out to shallow right field, off the glove of Riley Mont, and lands in the outfield for a base hit. Tough play by Riley as she was backpedaling on that one, tried to make the backhanded catch, and the ball just popped out of her mitt. I have to feel that's an outfielder's ball. You know, if you're one of the outfielders at that point, I think you have to almost call Riley off and try to make that play yourself rather than having Riley backing up onto the outfield grass. At any rate, Moffitt reaches. She takes off for second. Throw down to second, and she is out. Nice throw by Deani Rivera. And again, not even close on the 2-6 caught stealing, as Moffitt was out by 2 or 3 steps on the hard throw by Deani down there to erase the batter. So no harm, no foul. Count now 1-1 on the number 2 hitter, the pitcher, Zoe Precup.
Good on Rivera to clear up that miscommunication.
That one's hit hard right at Riley Mont. Riley goes down to one knee and makes the catch for the second out of the second. Precup hit that one on the button, but Riley went down on one knee and gobbled that one up for the second out here in the 7th. Corin Kennedy now 0 for 1 and a run scored. She scored a run all the way back in the first inning. Misses the off-speed pitch there. If Kennedy reaches, Gabriela Garza will bat. And for the Blackhawks in the 7th, it'll be Perkins, Deani Rivera, and Ionica Rivera as they look to pick up a couple and get back into this one in the 7th. Again, today's broadcast brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. We're going to be scheduled to do tomorrow's game. That one's popped to right field. That's going to be just foul. We're scheduled to do tomorrow's girls softball game, but the weather does not look like it's going to cooperate with us. So keep an eye on our Twitter page for possible reschedules and where we will be next. I know we have a couple of games next week. I think we're doing a soccer game next week, as well as a baseball and a softball game. So stay tuned for that. Topped foul fielded by Perkins over to Riley. Steps on the bag. 3-4 on the putout. That retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Blackhawks have 3 outs to work with. They need a pair. Last chance for the Blackhawks here, bottom of the 7th inning. 4-5-6 against Aurora Garza, who is pitching her 3rd inning of relief. She struck out 2, gave up 1 hit. She will face Perkins, Deani Rivera, and Ionica Rivera. And if anybody reaches me a mouth check, will get a chance to hit here in the 7th. Blackhawks need a pair. Alyssa's 0 for 2, couple of groundouts to second base. Takes that pitch out for a ball. Really, really quick 6.5 innings, as we are about an hour and 10 minutes into this ball game, and we are in the bottom of the 7th. It's popped foul.
Just doesn't feel right, Aaron.
Into the Oswego dugout. Yeah, it's and not a lot of deep counts, a lot of first pitch swinging, and that's what you get. You get a lot of swinging early in the count, and you get 6 innings in an hour and 10 minutes, 6+ innings in an hour and 10 minutes. See if West can extend that a little bit here, pick up a couple of runs in the 7th. That one's hit foul to left, right off the golf cart that's down the left field line. Get the top of our banner out there on the shot. Alyssa hit that one on the screws, but hooked it foul. She just needs to get that and straighten it out a little bit. She could find herself at second with a gapper. She hits that one. That's going to be fielded on a hop off the glove of the second base, off the glove of the shortstop, and into first base with an infield single. Alyssa Perkins. So there you go. I mean, that's this beautiful game, isn't it? Alyssa on that last pitch absolutely crushed that ball, hooked it down the left field line foul. The very next pitch, she hits a top spin pop-up and reaches on an infield single. So it's this game we love. So you can hit the stuffing out of the ball and end up with a strike. You hit a little bloop shot and end up at first with a single. So pinch runner at first for the Blackhawks.
I believe that's Kelsey Danner. Number 1.
Kelsey Danner, number 1, pinch running for Perkins here in the top of the 7th. Deani Rivera, count 1-0 on her. She's 0 for 2. She popped out to the second baseman and grounded out to the second baseman. Tying run at the plate. That one's popped up to the right side. Second baseman Berlin over for it. That one's going to land just foul. So 1-1 on the backstop, Deani Rivera, as West looks to get this one even in the 7th. They're down 3-1. Alyssa Perkins reached with a leadoff single, just the 6th hit of the game for West. So that one's popped over towards the Oswego dugout. 1-2 now on Rivera.
I love how West is using the whole field, kind of keeping Oswego on their toes here.
And they have. I mean, they've gone line to line today. They just haven't been able to string together multiple hits in a row until, that one's going to be grounded to the shortstop onto first. That one's going to get away, and Rivera is going to be safe at second. I thought for a second that one was going to get up the middle, but I think it tipped off the glove of the pitcher there, Aurora Garza.
Yeah, it really jumped off the bat. I thought so too, but I mean, this Oswego defense really covering the bases.
Yeah, I thought that got. I thought that was going to get up the middle, but I think the catcher or the pitcher Garza tipped that one and slowed it down enough for Madeline Hernandez. That one's lined into left field for a base hit by Ionica Rivera. Into second goes Diani, and the Blackhawks have something going here in the seventh. 2 on, 1 out, and Mia Malchek steps in, and we've talked about the power that Mia has. She could end this game with one swing of the bat, as she is the winning run at the plate. She homered in our last West Aurora girls softball game, a home run to left. She can get a hold of one here, send Blackhawks fans home happy. She fouls that one straight back, 0-1. Runner at second, Diani Rivera. Runner at first, Ionica Rivera.
You can almost smell the walk-off coming.
I hope so. That one's low for a ball. 1-1. Caitlin Seraphin in the on-deck circle. She's got a double in this one, so she swung the bat well.
Dangerous bats coming up.
1-1. On the outside corner for a strike. Looked like that may have been up just a touch, but called a strike here. 2-2 on Malchek.
Love the force that Garza's throwing with that release.
Yeah, I mentioned that last inning. She got a lot coming behind that. That one just misses low, 3-2. Small frame, but there's a lot coming out of that right arm when she releases that thing. Payoff pitch to Malchek. 3-2 the count. It's popped over to the right side. Berlin makes the catch out there. And that is the second out of the inning on a pop out to second. And that'll bring up Caitlin Seraphin. Caitlin, a sophomore. She's 1 for 2 today. Doubled and was thrown out at third, trying to stretch it into a double, and then struck out to end the fifth. She was the first strikeout victim of Abriella Garza. She comes up here with 2 outs, 2 on. Blackhawks down by 2. Pops that one foul, 0-1. If she reaches, Kira Hayton would get a chance to play hero for West here in the 7th. That one misses low.
Yeah, some big opportunities here from West. You got to be careful, be smart on the base pass, and give an opportunity to the batter.
Yeah, you be smart. Don't get thrown out trying to take an extra base or anything like that right now. As Seraphin, half-hearted swing at that one, comes up empty. She's down to her last strike. It is 1-2. That one's upstairs for a ball. Two and two. One misses for a ball. So full count pitch. Runners at first and second. Caitlin Seraphin trying to keep this inning alive. Blackhawks down 3-1. Garza is set. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ball 4, and that will load the bases here in the 7th inning. First walk of the game by Oswego pitching, and that will bring up the second baseman, Kira Hayton.
The suspense is killing me here, Aaron. What is going to happen?
I think we're going to have a quick talk there between Kira and the coaching staff. If Hayton reaches, Sarah Tarr would get a chance to bat here, and you know that Oswego doesn't want to see that. You know Oswego does not want to see Sarah Tarr up here in the 7th inning with the winning run on base, so they really are going to come right at Kira here. Bases are full of Blackhawks. There's a Rivera on second, a Rivera on third, a Seraphin on first, and Kira Hayton behind the count, 0-1. 0-1 on Hayton. She swings through that one, 0-2. So once again, Blackhawks down to their last strike here.
think Garza gave everything she had on that one. That had a really good tail.
Yeah, it
On
was a
that.
good, hard, low pitch. 0-2. That one's low for a ball. Throw it on to third. And just back in safely is Deani Rivera. Big smile on her face as she was called safe there. She got a little far down that third baseline, was almost picked off, but you could see big grin on her face when she got that hand in and saw that safe signal.
I think I almost shrieked there. Oh my goodness, that was very close.
That one's called strike 3, and that will do it. So the Blackhawks leave them loaded in the 7th. They lose this one by the final score of 3-1. They load the bases in the 7th inning and not able to get anything done. So Abriela Garza comes on, pitches the final 3 innings, doesn't give up a run, walks 1 and strikes out 3. Zoe Precup picks up the win. She goes 4, gives up 1 run, doesn't walk anybody, strikes out 1. Alyssa Perkins goes 6 for the Blackhawks, gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. She walks 2, strikes out 1. Gets the tough loss as she pitched pretty well, and Hadley Bedwell, comes on and pitches a perfect 7th. So tough one for the Blackhawks as they drop to 4 and 6. Just couldn't string those base hits together this afternoon against this Oswego pitching staff. So, yeah, Jesus and I are scheduled to be right back here tomorrow at 4:30, weather permitting. If that doesn't happen, keep an eye on the Stream Sports Midwest Twitter page, and we will let you know where we will be next. So for my partner, Jesus Mauricio, my name is Aaron Shellen, and once again, your final score here is the Oswego Panthers 3, your West Aurora Blackhawks 1. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday night, everybody. Good night.